Here's the thing. It's not that hard to do, but you have to get started if you're going to start to build confidence on camera. Hey, I'm Pat Laurie, video host and storyteller, and I have lived my entire professional life in front of a camera, and I want to take away some of the pain that you might have in going on camera because it can be hard to show up and to know exactly what to do, and it can be really hard to feel like you're not fearful and frozen and forgetful because when we go on camera, all these weird things happen, right? So we have to be able to show up and show up as ourselves because if we're not showing up confidently, how do you think your audience is going to feel? So today I'm going to give you some tips for showing up confidently on camera and getting yourself ready because we know the fastest way to connect with your audience to build up that trust is to show up on camera and be confident. But where do we start? How do we begin to build those confidence muscles? Yep, I know. You got a lot of balls in the air, right? But you got to start building up those muscles one flex at a time. And it all starts with right here in the brain. So when you first start on camera, you might be feeling like, oh boy, this is awkward because you haven't done it before, right? So you're feeling frozen, you're feeling fearful, you're feeling like you're judging yourself. Of course you're judging yourself because this is not something that you're used to. So you just have to send yourself a little love, okay? Because you are going to get better. I know you might not like the way you look. I know you might not like the way you sound. I know that you might have to swallow because your voice is really constricted and your heart is beating fast. That's okay too. You got to forgive yourself for that. These things will get easier. But as long as you take the courage to press play, boom, you are on the right way. So in stage one, you're self-critical. You don't like the way you look. You don't like the way you sound. You're lacking confidence. It feels kind of unnatural. That does make people feel uncomfortable, but you've done it. You've stepped in. Now let's step forward. What is stage two of camera confidence? Well, stage two is you are rolling and you are recording regularly. You're like, rolling, I'm recording, but you know what? You're not exactly loving it. You're rolling and recording. You're less self-critical though. You're kind of getting used to your voice. You're kind of getting used to, oh yeah, that's my hair. That's my face. Those are my lips. That's my nose, my profile, whatever. And you're starting to find your voice because you're like, you know what? Let me just get over myself. I want to build my business exponentially. I got to get over myself, right? So then in stage two, you're also knowing where to look. You're not looking over here. You're not looking off camera. You're not speaking to the lens and kind of looking all over the place. You are locked right on that lens and you are making contact. And effective eye contact is so important because that little circle is your audience. You got to connect with your audience. When you're speaking to someone in person, don't you look at them? If you're looking away, what does it say? What does it say? Lack of trust, right? Connection is trust. So you're making good eye contact, right? But you're still a little too stiff because you're afraid to use these things. Oh yeah, I have hands. Suddenly you remember that you have hands when you go on video. What do you do with your hands? All right, well, here's the thing. You wouldn't talk to someone and not use your hands off camera, right? So don't talk to the camera and not use your hands because that's kind of silly and unnatural too. And when you use your hands, it helps to amp up your energy, which you really need to do. So moving on to stage three, you are totally connecting with your audience. And guess what? That is making you empowered because not only are you finding your voice, but you are figuring out content that is connecting to your audience and it's resonating with your audience and you are psyched and you're like, you know what? This is not so bad. So kudos to you for being in stage three. You've kind of nailed the set design and the tech setup, right? I'm actually going to set my shot up a little differently right now, looking at it again. I'm going to make sure that I'm centered In the frame, I got a little head down here, right? And I'm not too close. And I'm not all the way back here because that's not engaging either. Hello, too much headroom. You want to be front and center, just like you see those head, shoulder, and upper chest shots. That's going to be where you can create most engagement, right? And so you're developing content regularly, and that is stage 3. You are developing that content regularly, and you are showing up for yourself, and you're showing up for your audience or your fans or your followers or your movement, your business or your brand or idea. But let's talk about stage 4. Stage 4, you are literally the same person on camera as you are off camera. So you want to have a little fun. You want to be the same person. You want to be authentic. You want to be like, this is me, I'm on camera. This is the same me when I'm off camera. It's totally liberating because you're accepting yourself and you're experimenting, right? And you're okay with like using props. What do I have in my arm's reach that I can use? Oh yeah, this one. This is the one I like to use because I tell people when you show up on camera, you need to fill every inch of that screen with your personality and presence. So don't be afraid to entertain because you know what? This is getting a little old, don't you think? You got to mix it up, baby. Don't just show up in the same place every time. You got to mix it up. You got to entertain. You've got to engage your audience. So use props. Well, that's stage 4. You might not be there, but try it, right? You're having fun. You're being authentic. You are loving yourself on video. And you are growing your movement, your message, your brand, your ideas, because people are like, you know what? I like that Pat Lori. I think I can connect to what she's saying, and she seems like a good egg. So that's stage 4. But how do you get there? Well, I'm telling you right now, I have a challenge. It's a 4-day Love Yourself on Video challenge. It starts on Friday, and I would love to have you join me because I'm going to show you ways that you can love yourself on video and forgive yourself and jump through all those hurdles of I'm not good enough and get to I love myself in just 4 days. Are you with me? If you'd like to join my challenge, I would be happy to have you. Starts on Friday. Just leave a comment below and we will get you going on your journey to loving yourself on video. Looks like this. Yeah, you want to love yourself on video, right? And I want you to love yourself on video because life's too short to not like yourself. Or not love yourself. All right, cheers, everybody.